Hi Sagittarius, welcome to Magpie Moonchild and your general tarot reading for the week ahead. Let's see what card we have for you this week. As always, the housekeeping is down below. So if you want to know how to book a personal reading, if you want to subscribe to this channel, if you want to know how to find aspects of your birth chart, because we don't always resonate with our sun signs, sometimes other aspects of our charts resonate more. I personally find my Venus resonates more. So let's see, what do we have for Sagittarius for the week ahead, please? Okay, so you have the Death card. Please don't freak out at the title of the card. It's a really good card. I mean, it's not an easy card, but it's a good card. So this week is a week of transformation. And if you look, this one is growing and this one is kind of falling down and crying because obviously it's reaching the end of its cycle. When things come to an end, it is naturally something we need to release. And I don't just mean release as in it doesn't serve us, just let it go. It's not that. When we release things, there is an element of adjustment and grieving to it. That is why transformation is so hard and so painful. When we're in our comfort zone, we don't have to worry about negative, well, we do have to worry about negative feeling, emotions and attachments and connotations and energy. But when we move outside of our comfort area, that becomes much more intensified. There's fear attached to it, and there is sadness and grieving and loss. But we have to lose in order to allow ourselves to grow. At the end, I always associate this with Halloween time of the year, and it is because it's Scorpio. It's also Scorpio, which leads into your sign, right? So it's the major arcana of Scorpio. So when we come into Scorpio season, in the middle of it, we have Halloween, we have Samhain. And Samhain is when everything kind of dies away. It's the final end of the harvest season, and everything is going away. It's going back into that dormant womb phase. Everything is going cold and dark for a little while. Things that are underground are now dormant, waiting for the warmth of spring to allow them to come and spring forth again. But we have to recognize that things have to end in order for other things to come forward. The things that end, ironically, mulch down and provide the nourishment in order for new things to sprout forth. So we have to allow things to end in order for us to grow in the way we want to be. We cannot hold on to attachments forever, unfortunately. This is very much to do with the end of one cycle and the kind of interim phase between that and the beginning of the new one. It's the grieving period, it's the dormant period, it's the winter period. It's cold, it can be lonely, it can be incredibly full of fear, anxiety, it can be full of grief, because we have to allow the old cycle to end. Now, this could be to do with the relationship, and it could, if it is to do with the relationship, generally when this card comes out, it means that relationship that you have been in has come to an end, and you are now in that kind of readjustment, getting to know yourself, getting yourself into a place where you are ready to enter a new relationship at the end of this kind of darker cycle where you're processing the old. If we force a plant to grow before it is ready, it will not flourish, it will not survive, it will not grow up strong. So if you are in between relationships and you've just ended a relationship and you're still adjusting after that relationship has ended, you need to give yourself time and space in order to heal what happened before you're even ready to consider putting yourself, the seed, back in the field, the ground, the field of relationships. Otherwise, you will not grow a healthy relationship. You have to readjust. You have to transform yourself, ready to be a fully functioning person. If you want your true person to come in, you have to be ready for them. You have to have healed yourself. You have to be independent. You have to be in a place where you are ready and free to allow yourself to grow again. I don't really see this ever as a card of somebody coming back, if I'm completely honest, if it's to do with relationships. If it's to do with a friend, any kind of relationship, doesn't have to be romantic. I tend to see it as the end of a relationship, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be alone forever. You might be alone right now, but you're not going to be alone forever. You will have a new friend. You will have a new partner come in. it's just about, it's the night time. It's kind of sunset time. The sun goes down. You know the sun's going to come back in the morning. It's quite funny how we always remember when we're in the light that the dark comes around, but when we're in the dark, we forget that the light is coming back. And that's kind of the energy of this card. Things are going to be dark, possibly for this week. Maybe things are coming to an end, but they're coming to an end so that something new can come in to take that energy, to take that space. And oftentimes when that, I'm not saying every time, but oftentimes when things come in, new energy comes in, it's more positive energy. It's more to our benefit, and we are transforming into something more beautiful, more authentic. So allow this time, this in-between time, for you to get in touch with who you are and what you require in life. Use it as your womb period. Like, yes, this horrible things come to an, like this thing's come to a horrible end or a painful end. Use that pain. If you have a relationship has ended, it gives you an opportunity to have this period of thinking of, well, what do I want from my life? What do I need for me in my life, regardless of another person? And allow yourself, instead of being a part of something else, sad as a part of something else, what are you going to do? Now you've basically hit the ground, right? You've hit the rock bottom part of it. It's over. What are you going to do to grow back up strong and beautiful? What are you going to do independent as a whole flower on your own, rather than being a petal on the plant? You're going to be a whole plant on your own. How are you going to, what do you need for you to be the strongest, best version of that plant that your potential holds? That's what the Death card is. It's about transformations, and transformations involve an element of pain and hard work. They're not easy, but they are so worth it. Look how beautiful you're going to be when you grow back up again. It's going to be amazing. And that's not even done growing yet, that flower. So yes, it may well be the end of a cycle. It may be a job that, if you've lost your job, you can go, okay, maybe this is, instead of seeing it as, oh my God, I need to find another job, it's, well, what job do I really want? If you have the luxury of choice, what job do I really want to do? Where do I really want to be? Is it a time to start a new course instead of keep continuing in the field that you're in? Is this now an opportunity for you to go and do a course that you've always wanted to do? Or to go and get an apprenticeship in a career you've actually wanted to do? Or to start your own business, maybe, if the time is right. And absolutely, I would always recommend getting the relevant business advice and career advice from professionals. All I'm saying is maybe there is a change out there that is an option to you now that this cycle, this phase has ended. I hope that is of some use to you, Sagittarius. Hopefully, I will see you again soon. Bye for now.